At a black event, black excellence such as Kevin Hart, why the fuck do I need to see Kill Tony? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Okay, so comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, aka Kill Tony, is receiving a lot of backlash today from the boys of the JBP podcast. Listen, on episode 928, Money, Muscles, and Movement, the boys would get into the roast of Kevin Hart. Now, if you guys didn't see it over the weekend, it was hilarious. It was really, really good. They had Cheryl Underwood, they had Chelsea Handler, they had Regina Hall, Tom Brady opened it up, and he did a really good job. I could not stop looking at that man's watch. Biggest surprise of them all, not only was The Rock there, but Cat Williams did one of the biggest podcasts of the century, being a guest on the Shannon Sharp podcast. And on that podcast, Cat would go in about Kevin Hart and how Kevin came behind Cat every single time, every role that he ever went up for. If Cat didn't want it, Kevin would take it, and basically Kevin was just living in Cat's shadow. That created a lot of negative space between the two of them. And so the fact that Cat Williams made a surprise appearance on this roast just kind of symbolized like the end of our beef era. Let's make up, let's make amends. All was well. But today we're going to get into the fact that Joe Budden does not like Kill Tony, because a lot of Kill Tony's peers would have it be known that Tony is actually a true racist who just hides it behind comedy. Let's get into it.
All right, who had a chance to see the Kevin Hart roast?
I did.
I did. The Kevin Hart roast was live on Netflix. Shout out to Netflix.
Yeah.
Some people out there are against bringing white people to the cookout. Not mad at y'all.
I'm one of them.
You against bringing white people to the cookout?
Yes.
So,
go ahead.
So let's put those people to the side for a second. Some people ain't mad at white people coming to the cookout, but one harsh reality we got to deal with is some black people don't have good +1 credit with you.
Yes.
So you could bring the wrong white person to the cookout. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about Kill Tony being invited to this event.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Tony Hinchcliffe, whatever his name is, or Kill Tony. And it hurts because he's funny. He's a funny racist.
He had a funny set, but I don't fuck with him.
He's funny.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets you caught between a rock and a hard place. He is funny. But he's a racist piece of shit. And when it's a Joe Rogan event or a Tom Brady roast or a white person roast, I have no problem, because I know how a lot of y'all really feel about us. So if that's where y'all want to get y'all shit off, go right ahead. That's y'all's space. At a black event with black excellence such as Kevin Hart, why the fuck do I need to see Kill Tony? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why is this a black event?
You know, I think he celebrates black comedians. His whole crew, Plastic Cup Boys, shout out to them, are great, all black comedians.
Shout out to Naeem, who we had up here.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Spank and the guys. You know how we feel about the guys. We love the guys.
But he also rocks with white comedians. He's a comedy legend, so he's in the mix with all those people. And also, there's a roast culture, especially at Comedy Central and at Netflix, that you're gonna see the Nikki Glazers, you're gonna see the Jeff Rosses, you're gonna see those people. So
Jeff Ross killed.
He did.
Jeff Ross killed.
I think he's an executive producer on the show too. So.
Should be. He should be.
And at every roast, he should be involved. He's a roast master.
He kills.
But like you said, a couple of them picks, I was like, I don't know. And then some of it wasn't who was telling the joke, it was also who was writing the joke. Because, you know, some of the non-comedian celebrities that's up there, there's writers that are making these jokes for them. And it was like some of them it's like they made extra effort to make the joke as wild and cringy as possible. And
George Floyd joke.
Horrible.
that was one of them.
Was horrible. And I felt like Kev smiling during it was horrible, even if that's him with his game face on.
Yeah.
He has to keep that
I'm
game
about to say,
face
what do you do in that moment?
He has to.
Like, I'm watching him get killed for that.
He has to keep the game
But
face
in that moment, and
There's nothing you can do in the moment.
Right.
The action, Oh, please.
What can you do? What?
Yeah,
Kick him
he's
off?
right. Yeah.
That's what you do.
You can make it look like you're not okay with that joke. The
Right.
same way if you're in the shtick, you made it look like that when The Rock was talking about screwing your wife as a bit. It was a very uncomfortable bit. I thought that bit was cringy too.
Yeah, it was.
But I didn't put it on The Rock because he didn't write that.
The nipple
Tony
thing, too,
and the George Floyd shit. Actually, before he said the George Floyd shit, I was tight because they said Tony looks like, this was during somebody else's roast. I forgot, maybe it was Pete, I don't remember. Tony looks like at the slave master that makes his slaves do musicals. That's funny. Everybody laughed. And he felt the need to get up and act that out and turn around to where all the black people were sitting line behind him and do the musical.
Conduct the shit.
Somebody needs to slap the shit out of him. That's not okay while we honor the black person. It's not okay. I get it. It's comedy. We can say what we want. Oh, it's edgy. It's a roast. Everybody gotta get him the fuck out of here. No, do that shit in fucking what's that part of Texas?
Yeah.
Austin. Do that shit in Austin at Joe Rogan's Comedy Club. Not here, not now. Get the fuck out of here. And he's funny.
No, he's funny. He is funny.
But
That
some
one battle after another Lizzo joke was very funny.
The who?
One battle after another Lizzo, the stairs. That shit was funny.
That shit was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, he said shout out to Regina Bell. Regina
he
Bell.
said Lizzo.
Not
Regina Hall.
Regina Bell. I am an old fuck. He said shout out to Regina Hall for winning the award for one battle after another. That's how Lizzo feels when she looks at the stairs.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hilarious.
No, that shit was funny. Bro, I
thought all of the jokes. I'm sorry, Ish. I thought all of the jokes about Cheryl,
Her husband.
I love those.
I mean,
Yo,
yeah.
I love those. I loved every joke about Cheryl's husband committing suicide.
I had to look up to see when it happened.
It's been like 30 years.
Yeah.
And then once I saw that it was in 1990, I'm like, all right. And Shane Gillis, who killed as the host,
I didn't like him as a
kept
host.
saying, I liked him as the host.
I love
but he
Shane
kept
Gillis.
saying, yo, I spoke to her.
So, because that room got dead silent, no
It
pun
did.
intended, with the Charlie Kirk shit.
That was a good joke.
It was a good joke, but
That was a good joke.
it was clever. But I wouldn't make that joke.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't make it.
But I'm just saying, like, you could. They gave both sides of the political spectrum.
the same way you could say that was a good Charlie Kirk joke because it might not affect
Somebody
us
could
as
feel like
much.
that about George
Somebody
Floyd.
could have said that was a good George
But I feel
Floyd
that's what
joke.
I'm saying.
It just don't affect us. It affects us.
I started with I had a problem with that joke also.
But we give the wrong impression when you go on record saying that you like dark jokes and you just say I like the old school way. So then there shouldn't is there
There's
a
still a
limit?
line. There's still
It's
a
a
line.
line,
For
bro.
me, there's
It's a
still a
But a
line.
line not with the old school.
And the Charlie Kirk shit, again, I'm not with it. But if I'm trying to understand it, that's what they are calling political violence.
Yeah.
And was a big topic in that world. Anything political right this second is going to be
sensitive.
I don't feel like that about police putting the knee to George Floyd for 8 minutes and killing him for all of us to see.
We don't feel like that.
I said it.
It's just us.
But I think both jokes are to me over the line.
But when Kevin Hart is being celebrated, it is we.
Yes, true.
It is we.
True.
And see, that's what we differ there.
It's no time for me to figure out how they. Hey, at Joe Rogan event, I'm with it.
We differ there because
That's interesting.
I hear you say that, and I said this is just big money play. This is big business at this point. So now we get in the big names here to tackle everything. I don't look at it as yes, it's a Kevin Hart roast. We celebrating Kevin Hart, but also I'm looking at who's behind that.
Some of the people transcended the black culture at this point, and Kevin Hart is one of them. So Kevin Hart probably was already, I'm not shooting him bail, he was already in the laughter, getting it out of it, and that was the very last joke before he got off the stage.
Kevin Hart is a master of ceremony, and the cameras were on. It's the same rule as up here, so I'm not going to kill him too much. That's just how I feel about Kill Tony.
Yeah.
But as for the rest of the event, I love the watches everybody had on. I got a chance to see. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Tom Brady, I thought did a remarkable job. He was great.
He killed.
What's the dude's name? Big Jeff?
Big J.
Big J.
Big J? He was funny. I liked him.
He was funny.
I like the story about the $10,000.
He was sincere.
Yeah.
That was fire. That story. His demeanor. I liked all that. Pete Davidson, I thought, did a really good job. That joke where The Rock said to Pete Davidson, "You look like a black person as a white
face that went back to white.
Playing the black.
He smoked that joke.
That was
just a
That shit was funny,
That was
dog.
a really good joke.
Because it makes your brain think, and then they showed the close up on Pete. You like, oh,
you
shit.
see it.
That's funny,
I
dog.
want to shout out Chelsea Handler's breasts. Them shits was breasting.
They were.
It was.
Old ass Chelsea Handler.
No, I think everybody did their thing.
And am I the only one who noticed Tiffany Haddish was up there and Amanda Seales, but nobody ever mentioned the two of their names? Like, I don't like Tiffany Haddish. I don't know what her relationship is with Kevin Hart, but they've been rocking with each other for a very long time. But Tiffany's she never made it over that pivotal hill to where she was like a household name. But anyhow, now I do feel like, I'm the type of woman, like, I love comedy. Like, I love dark comedy. I love comedy that's edgy, comedy that's raw, that kind of teeters the edge of like racism, reality, and just jokes. Like, I think everybody did a good job on that stage. Now, do I think Tony is a racist? I do watch a lot of Kill Tony, and he does not hold back. And now, I don't know if that's to say he's just good at his job or he really feels these things. But, you know, they do say every joke has an element of truth in it. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm quick to call somebody like, yeah, this is how they feel. This is who they are. But with Tony, I just can't tell. Now, do I think Tony is gay? I do. And that's okay. And if he is, I love that for him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you guys watch the roast? Shout out to my new subscribers. We made it over the 400 mark, you guys. I love y'all new rebels. Like, y'all are rocking with your girl and just really making this community stronger than ever. And I appreciate the comments, the likes. I will be coming back to you with another video shortly. In the meantime, y'all stay safe on this internet.